What if I told you that some of the most groundbreaking inventions in human history were created not in the modern era, but thousands of years ago by civilizations long lost to time? Today, we're stepping into the shadows of history to uncover 25 forgotten inventions from ancient societies, marvels of ingenuity that once shaped the world but have since faded into obscurity. These aren't just relics of the past, they're testaments to the brilliance of our ancestors, inventions so advanced they could rival modern technology. From machines that seem to defy the limits of their time to tools that transform daily life, these creations challenge everything we think we know about history. Why were they forgotten? What secrets do they hold? And what can they teach us about the ingenuity of the human mind? Together, we'll peel back the layers of time and rediscover the extraordinary legacy of ancient innovation. Let's begin this journey into the past, where the echoes of brilliance still resonate today. Imagine stumbling upon a mysterious device in the wreckage of an ancient ship, its gears and dials frozen in time. That's exactly what happened in the early 20th century when divers discovered the Antikythera Mechanism off the coast of the Greek island of Antikythera. At first glance, it looked like a corroded lump of metal, but upon closer inspection, researchers realized it was something extraordinary, a complex machine designed to predict the movements of celestial bodies. This wasn't just a simple tool, it was a masterpiece of engineering crafted over 2,000 years ago. The device used a series of interlocking bronze gears to calculate the positions of the Sun, Moon, and even the 5 known planets at the time. It could predict eclipses, track the cycles of the Moon, and even account for irregularities in their orbits. What's truly astonishing is that this level of precision wasn't seen again in Europe for over 1,000 years. The Antikythera Mechanism reveals just how advanced ancient Greek science and technology truly were. But here's the mystery. How did they create something so intricate without the tools and knowledge we take for granted today? Some experts believe it may have been inspired by earlier Babylonian astronomy, while others think it could have been the work of a single brilliant mind, perhaps someone like Archimedes. Regardless of its origins, this ancient computer forces us to rethink what we know about the past. It's a reminder that innovation isn't just a modern phenomenon. People have been pushing the boundaries of knowledge for millennia. And who knows what other groundbreaking inventions from the ancient world are still waiting to be uncovered. Picture this, a dusty excavation site in Iraq, the sun beating down as archaeologists carefully brush away centuries of dirt. What they uncover isn't just another clay jar. It's a mystery that challenges everything we thought we knew about ancient technology. In the 1930s, a team of researchers stumbled upon a set of peculiar artifacts, clay jars, each containing a copper cylinder and an iron rod. These objects, later dubbed the Baghdad Battery, have sparked debates and wonder ever since. Could the ancient Mesopotamians over 2,000 years ago have been experimenting with electricity? The design of these jars is fascinating. The copper cylinders, sealed with asphalt, held an iron rod suspended in the center. When filled with an acidic liquid like vinegar or lemon juice, the setup creates a chemical reaction capable of producing a small electrical charge. It's a simple yet ingenious configuration that hints at a level of scientific understanding far beyond what we typically attribute to ancient civilizations. But here's the question that keeps researchers up at night. What were these batteries actually used for? One compelling theory suggests they were used for electroplating, a process that coats one metal with a thin layer of another, often for decorative or protective purposes. Ancient artifacts from the region, like gold-plated objects, could support this idea. Imagine a craftsman in Mesopotamia using these primitive batteries to add a shimmering layer of gold to a ceremonial piece. It's a tantalizing thought, but without more evidence, it's hard to say for sure. Another possibility is that these devices had medicinal applications. Ancient texts from various cultures describe using mild electric shocks to treat pain or inflammation, and it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Baghdad Battery served a similar purpose. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Some argue that these jars could have been used for storage or even as a kind of ancient chemical experiment, with no intention of generating electricity at all. The truth is, we may never know for certain, but what's undeniable is the way the Baghdad Battery captures our imagination. It's a reminder that history is full of surprises, and that the people of the past were far more innovative than we often give them credit for. Think about it. If these ancient Mesopotamians were indeed experimenting with electricity, what else might they have discovered that we've yet to uncover? The Baghdad Battery isn't just a relic. It's a window into a world of untapped potential, a glimpse of how much we still have to learn about the ingenuity of our ancestors. The Romans were master builders, but their true genius lies in something far more enduring than their architectural marvels. It's in the very material they used to create them. Picture this: the Colosseum, still standing after nearly 2,000 years, or the aqueducts that once carried water across vast distances, some of which remain functional to this day. What made these structures so resilient? The answer lies in Roman concrete, a material so advanced that it not only outlasted the empire that created it, but also outperforms much of what we use in construction today. Unlike modern concrete, which tends to crack and weaken over time, Roman concrete had an almost magical ability to grow stronger with age. The secret: a unique blend of volcanic ash, lime, and seawater. When these ingredients mixed, they created a chemical reaction that formed crystals within the material, filling in cracks and reinforcing its structure. It was essentially a self-healing material, something modern engineers are only now beginning to replicate. The Romans didn't just build for their time, they built for eternity. So why did this remarkable formula vanish for centuries? Some historians suggest that the knowledge was lost during the fall of the Roman Empire, as the sprawling network of trade and expertise that supported its production collapsed. Others point to the shift in construction priorities during the Middle Ages, when the focus moved away from monumental stone structures. Whatever the reason, the rediscovery of this ancient technology has sparked a modern revolution. Today, scientists are studying Roman concrete to develop more sustainable and durable building materials, proving that the past still holds valuable lessons for the future. The resilience of Roman concrete is a testament to the ingenuity of ancient builders. It's a reminder that sometimes the most groundbreaking innovations don't come from the latest technology, but from the wisdom of those who came before us. What other secrets might ancient societies hold, waiting to be rediscovered and reimagined? Picture this: a weapon so devastating, so utterly unstoppable, that it could set entire fleets ablaze even on the open sea. Greek fire, the Byzantine Empire's most closely guarded secret, was not just a tool of war. It was a psychological weapon, a force of terror that left enemies paralyzed with fear. For centuries, this mysterious substance played a crucial role in defending Constantinople, the heart of the empire, against countless invasions. But what made it so unique? Unlike ordinary fire, Greek fire clung to surfaces, burned on water, and was nearly impossible to extinguish. It was as if the Byzantines had harnessed the fury of the gods themselves. But here's the twist. Despite its legendary status, the exact recipe for Greek fire has been lost to history. Scholars believe it was a concoction of flammable chemicals, possibly including naphtha, quicklime, and sulfur, combined in a way that created its infamous unquenchable flames. The mixture was likely pumped through specialized tubes or siphons, allowing Byzantine soldiers to unleash it with terrifying precision. Yet, the true formula was so closely guarded that only a handful of people ever knew it, and when the empire fell, the secret vanished with it. Why was such a game-changing weapon allowed to disappear? Some speculate that the Byzantines deliberately kept its production confined to a select few, fearing that its widespread knowledge could lead to misuse or even turn against them. Others suggest that the complexity of its creation made it impossible to replicate once those who understood it were gone. Whatever the reason, Greek fire remains one of history's most fascinating enigmas, a testament to the ingenuity of ancient engineers and the enduring allure of what we've lost to time. This incredible weapon wasn't just a marvel of chemistry. It was a symbol of the Byzantine Empire's resourcefulness and determination to survive against overwhelming odds. It reminds us that sometimes the greatest mysteries of the past are the ones that refuse to be solved, leaving us to wonder at the brilliance of those who came before us. Picture a small, intricately carved wooden object, no larger than the palm of your hand, resting in the dust of an ancient Egyptian tomb. At first glance, it might seem like just another artifact, an ornamental bird perhaps, or a child's toy. But look closer and something extraordinary emerges. This is the Saqqara Bird, a mysterious relic unearthed near the burial grounds of Saqqara, dating back to around 200 BC. What makes this object so intriguing is its uncanny resemblance to a modern airplane. With its sleek, aerodynamic wings and a tail that looks almost like a rudder, the Saqqara Bird has sparked a fascinating debate. Could the ancient Egyptians have understood the principles of flight? Some experts argue that the Saqqara Bird was purely symbolic, a ceremonial object meant to represent a falcon, a bird often associated with the god Horus. But others aren't so quick to dismiss its potential significance. They point to the precise angles of its wings and the shape of its body, features that align surprisingly well with the design of a glider. Could this have been more than just a decorative piece? Could it have been a model, a prototype, or even a toy designed to demonstrate the concept of flight? The idea isn't as far-fetched as it might sound. Ancient cultures were often far more advanced than we give them credit for, and the Saqqara Bird challenges us to rethink what we know about their capabilities. What's truly remarkable is how this tiny artifact bridges the gap between ancient ingenuity and modern technology. If the Saqqara Bird was indeed an early attempt to understand aerodynamics, it would place ancient Egypt centuries ahead of its time. Imagine the possibilities: ancient engineers experimenting with flight long before the Wright brothers took to the skies. Of course, without definitive proof, the Saqqara Bird remains a tantalizing mystery. But isn't that what makes history so captivating? It's not just about what we know, it's about the questions that keep us searching for answers. The Saqqara Bird doesn't just invite us to marvel at the past, it challenges us to imagine what might have been. Moving from the mysteries of ancient navigation tools, we now turn our attention to a small but fascinating artifact that could rewrite our understanding of early scientific innovation: the Nimrod Lens. Discovered in the ruins of Nimrod, an ancient Assyrian city in what is now modern-day Iraq, this crystal lens dates back to around 750 BC. Measuring just over an inch in diameter, it's a simple object at first glance, but its purpose has sparked intense debate among historians and archaeologists. Some experts propose it was used as a magnifying glass, perhaps to start fires or for intricate craftsmanship. Others go even further, suggesting it may have been part of a primitive telescope, allowing the Assyrians to observe the stars with remarkable precision. If this theory holds true, it would mean that optical technology existed centuries before the Renaissance, a period often credited with the invention of the telescope. But what does this tell us about the Assyrians? Beyond their reputation as fierce warriors and empire builders, they were also deeply curious about the world around them. The Nimrod Lens hints at a society that valued observation and experimentation, possibly using tools like this to explore the heavens or enhance their craftsmanship. It's a reminder that ancient civilizations weren't just focused on survival or conquest. They were also capable of remarkable scientific inquiry. Could this lens be evidence of a broader tradition of optical innovation in the ancient world? While we may never know for certain, the Nimrod Lens invites us to reconsider the timeline of human ingenuity and appreciate the hidden depths of ancient knowledge. What other secrets might lie buried in the sands of time, waiting to challenge what we think we know about our ancestors? Now, let's turn our attention to one of the most mind-bending artifacts from ancient Rome, the Lycurgus Cup. This isn't just any ordinary drinking vessel, it's a dazzling piece of technology that feels like it belongs in a modern science lab rather than a Roman banquet hall. When light passes through the cup, it transforms from a deep, opaque green to a glowing, translucent red, depending on the angle. But how? The secret lies in something we'd associate more with the 21st century than the 4th, nanotechnology. Embedded within the glass are tiny particles of gold and silver, each measuring less than 100 nanometers across. That's smaller than a wavelength of light. These nanoparticles interact with light in a way that changes the cup's color, a phenomenon known as dichroism. What's truly astounding is that Roman artisans achieved this effect without microscopes, lasers, or any of the sophisticated tools we rely on today. They somehow understood how to manipulate materials at an incredibly small scale, producing results that still baffle scientists. But the Lycurgus Cup isn't just a scientific curiosity. It's a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of ancient craftsmen. While we don't know exactly how they discovered this technique, it's clear they were experimenting with materials in ways that pushed the boundaries of what was thought possible. Some scholars suggest the Romans may have stumbled upon the process by accident, perhaps while refining gold or silver for other purposes. Others believe they had a deeper, even if intuitive, understanding of how light and matter interact. This raises another intriguing question. Was the Lycurgus Cup a one-off marvel, or did the Romans explore other applications of nanotechnology? While no other artifacts with such striking effects have been found, it's possible that similar techniques were used in jewelry, decorative glassware, or even architectural elements. Imagine walking into a Roman villa where the windows or mosaics shifted colors with the sunlight. Such a discovery would rewrite our understanding of ancient aesthetics and engineering. The Lycurgus Cup doesn't just challenge our assumptions about ancient technology, it invites us to rethink the relationship between art and science. For the Romans, beauty and function were often intertwined, and this cup is a perfect example of that philosophy. It's a reminder that even thousands of years ago, humans were capable of extraordinary innovation, blending creativity and technical skill in ways that still leave us in awe. So the next time you hear someone dismiss the past as primitive, think of the Lycurgus Cup, a shimmering, color-shifting masterpiece that proves ancient societies were far ahead of their time. Nestled in the sun-drenched ruins of Crete, the Phaistos Disk stands as a silent enigma, a clay artifact that has baffled scholars for over a century. Unearthed in 1908, this circular tablet, roughly the size of a dinner plate, is covered in tiny, intricate symbols pressed into its surface in a mesmerizing spiral pattern. These symbols, numbering over 200 in total, are arranged in neat groupings, suggesting they form some kind of language or code. But here's the catch: no one has been able to crack it. Dating back to around 1700 BC, the Phaistos Disk predates many of the world's most famous ancient scripts, making it one of the earliest known examples of written communication. Yet, unlike hieroglyphs or cuneiform, its symbols remain a mystery, defying translation and sparking endless debate. What makes the Phaistos Disk so intriguing is not just its age, but the sheer uniqueness of its design. The symbols themselves, ranging from human figures to plants, animals, and abstract shape, are unlike any other writing system from the ancient world. Some researchers believe it could be a religious text, perhaps a hymn or a prayer meant to invoke the gods. Others speculate it might have been a calendar, mapping out the seasons or celestial events. And then there are those who think it could be something far more mundane, an inventory list or a record of trade transactions, but without a Rosetta Stone to decode it, we're left to wonder. Theories abound, but the truth remains elusive. Could the Phaistos Disk be a one-of-a-kind artifact, a singular experiment in writing that never caught on? Or does it represent a lost language, a forgotten dialect spoken by a civilization that left few other traces? What we do know is that its discovery hints at the sophistication of Minoan culture, a society that thrived on Crete long before the rise of classical Greece. The Minoans were master engineers, artists, and traders, and the Phaistos Disk might be a testament to their ingenuity. What's equally fascinating is how this ancient relic challenges our understanding of communication. In a world where we're surrounded by texts, emails, and instant messages, it's humbling to think that a simple clay disk could hold secrets we still can't unravel. The Phaistos Disk reminds us that the past is full of mysteries waiting to be solved, and that even the most advanced technologies of today might not be enough to decode the whispers of ancient civilizations. So, what do you think? Could the Phaistos Disk ever reveal its secrets, or will it forever remain one of history's most tantalizing puzzles? Picture this, a Viking longship cutting through the misty waters of the North Atlantic, the sky above a blanket of gray clouds. Without the sun to guide them, how did these legendary seafarers manage to traverse vast, uncharted oceans? The answer might lie in a small, unassuming crystal, a sunstone. This remarkable tool, believed to have been used by the Vikings, was no ordinary rock. It was a piece of calcite, a crystal with unique properties that could polarize light, revealing the sun's position even when hidden behind thick clouds. The sunstone worked by filtering scattered light, creating a distinct pattern that pointed toward the sun's location. By rotating the crystal until the light passing through it aligned in a specific way, Viking navigators could pinpoint the sun's position with surprising accuracy. This ingenious method allowed them to maintain their course, even in the most challenging weather conditions. But how did the Vikings, often thought of as fierce warriors, develop such an advanced understanding of optics and navigation? Historians believe the sunstone was just one part of a broader toolkit that included stars, landmarks, and even the behavior of seabirds to guide their journeys. What's truly fascinating is how modern experiments have validated the effectiveness of this ancient technology. Researchers have tested sunstones in real-world conditions and found them to be remarkably reliable, even on heavily overcast days. This discovery not only sheds light on Viking ingenuity, but also challenges our assumptions about the technological capabilities of ancient societies. The sunstone is a testament to the resourcefulness of the Vikings, a people who thrived in some of the harshest environments on Earth. It's a reminder that innovation often arises out of necessity, and that even the simplest tools, when used with skill and insight, can unlock extraordinary possibilities. As we uncover more about this ancient navigational marvel, one thing becomes clear. The Vikings were far more than just warriors. They were masterful explorers, scientists, and inventors of their time. Moving from the mysteries of ancient medicine and forgotten tools, let's turn our attention to a marvel that has stood the test of time literally. In the heart of Delhi, India, there's a towering iron pillar that has defied the laws of nature for over 1,600 years. Known as the Iron Pillar of Delhi, this ancient structure is made of nearly pure iron, and yet it shows almost no signs of rust. How is this possible? Modern scientists are still scratching their heads over this one. The pillar, which stands over 22 feet tall, was originally erected during the Gupta Empire around the 4th or 5th century. What makes it so remarkable isn't just its age. It's the fact that it's made of iron, a material notorious for corroding when exposed to moisture and air. Yet, this ancient pillar has withstood centuries of monsoons, humidity, and even pollution in one of the world's most densely populated cities. So, what's the secret behind its rust-free existence? Experts believe it comes down to two key factors: the composition of the iron and the environment in which it stands. The pillar is made of an incredibly pure form of wrought iron with a high phosphorus content and very little sulfur. This unique mix creates a thin protective layer on the surface of the metal, shielding it from corrosion. But that's not all. The dry climate of Delhi, combined with the way the pillar was originally crafted, seems to have played a role in preserving it. Ancient Indian metallurgists likely understood how to manipulate these materials in ways that modern science is only beginning to unravel. What's even more fascinating is that this pillar wasn't just a feat of engineering. It was also a symbol of power and artistry. Inscriptions on the pillar tell the story of a king named Chandragupta II, celebrating his victories and his reign. It's a reminder that this wasn't just a technical achievement. It was a piece of history meant to endure as a testament to human ingenuity. So, the next time you hear someone say that ancient societies lacked advanced knowledge, just point them to the Iron Pillar of Delhi. It's not just a relic of the past. It's a challenge to our understanding of what our ancestors were truly capable of. And who knows, maybe one day we'll uncover the full secrets behind this rust-free wonder, unlocking new possibilities for modern metallurgy along the way. High above the arid plains of southern Peru, a sprawling canvas of earth stretches out, etched with lines and shapes so vast they can only be fully appreciated from the sky. These are the Nazca Lines, one of the world's most enigmatic creations, carved into the desert floor over 2,000 years ago. Ranging from simple geometric patterns to intricate depictions of animals, plants, and even human-like figures, these geoglyphs are a testament to the ingenuity and determination of the ancient Nazca people. But why did they create them? What drove them to invest so much time and effort into designs they could never fully see from the ground? Some researchers believe the Nazca Lines served as an astronomical calendar, aligning with celestial events to mark important dates for planting or harvesting. Others propose they were sacred pathways used in religious rituals, guiding worshippers across the desert in ceremonies meant to honor the gods. Then there's the intriguing theory that the lines were messages to the heavens, themselves giant prayers etched into the earth, visible only to deities looking down from above. Each interpretation offers a glimpse into the minds of the Nazca people, but none fully explains their true purpose. What makes the Nazca Lines even more fascinating is the precision behind their creation. Without the aid of modern technology, how did the Nazca achieve such accuracy in their designs? Some suggest they used simple tools and surveying techniques, while others point to the possibility of hot air balloons or kites to view their work from above. Yet, no definitive evidence has emerged, leaving us to marvel at their skill and imagination. Today, the Nazca Lines remain a source of wonder and debate, challenging us to piece together the story of a civilization that left behind no written records. As we gaze at these ancient drawings from the air, we're left with more questions than answers, a reminder that even the most enduring mysteries of the past still have much to teach us about human creativity and the timeless desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. One of the most enduring enigmas of the ancient world is the Voynich Manuscript, a book so shrouded in mystery that even its purpose remains a tantalizing puzzle. Created in the 15th century, this handwritten text is filled with pages of bizarre, looping script that no one has been able to decode, paired with strange illustrations of plants that don't seem to exist, celestial diagrams, and peculiar human figures engaged in cryptic activities. Imagine holding a book where every page whispers secrets, but the language itself is a riddle, no alphabet, no key, just an endless stream of symbols that refuse to reveal their meaning. Scholars have spent centuries trying to crack this code. Some believe it was a medical guide, pointing to the detailed drawings of plants that might represent unknown herbal remedies. Others suggest it could be an alchemical text, filled with symbolic instructions for turning base metals into gold or unlocking the secrets of eternal life. And then there are those who argue it might be nothing more than an elaborate hoax, a clever forgery designed to baffle and intrigue. But if it is a hoax, it's one of the most meticulously crafted ones in history, with its intricate details and consistent yet indecipherable script. What makes the Voynich Manuscript so fascinating is not just its content, but the sheer persistence of its mystery. Over the years, cryptographers, linguists, and even artificial intelligence have taken a crack at decoding it, but all have come up empty-handed. The manuscript resists every attempt to uncover its secrets, almost as if it's daring us to keep trying, and try we do, because the allure of the unknown is irresistible. It's a reminder of how much we still don't understand about the past, and how even the most advanced tools of modern science can't always unravel the puzzles left behind by ancient hands. So, what do you think? Could this manuscript be a lost treasure of knowledge from a forgotten time, or is it simply a masterful prank that's fooled us for centuries? Whatever the truth, the Voynich Manuscript stands as a testament to humanity's endless curiosity and our unrelenting drive to solve the unsolvable. Deep within the walls of the Dendera Temple in Egypt, a peculiar carving has sparked centuries of debate and fascination. Known as the Dendera Light, this mysterious relief depicts what appears to be a bulb-shaped object, complete with what looks like a filament inside, connected to what some interpret as a power source. To the modern eye, it's hard not to see a striking resemblance to an electric light bulb, but could this really be evidence of ancient Egyptians harnessing electricity thousands of years before its modern rediscovery? The Dendera Light has become a cornerstone of alternative theories about ancient technology. Those who believe in its significance point to the intricate details, the bulb-like object, the snake-like filament, and the cables or wires extending to what might be a power source. It's an image that seems to defy the timeline of human innovation. Could this be a depiction of a real device, or is it something entirely different? Mainstream Egyptologists offer a different interpretation. They suggest the carving is symbolic, representing the journey of the sun god Ra through the underworld, with the snake symbolizing divine energy and the bulb-like shape depicting the lotus flower, a sacred symbol of creation. But even with this explanation, the resemblance to modern technology is uncanny, leaving room for speculation and wonder. What makes the Dendera Light so compelling is the way it challenges our understanding of history. If it truly represents an ancient form of electricity, it would rewrite the story of technological progress. On the other hand, if it's purely symbolic, it still speaks to the ingenuity and creativity of the ancient Egyptians, who were able to craft such intricate and thought-provoking imagery. The Dendera Light doesn't just invite us to question what we know about ancient technology, it also reminds us of the power of human imagination. Whether it's a literal depiction of an ancient light bulb or a symbolic masterpiece, it continues to captivate and inspire, pushing us to explore the boundaries of what our ancestors might have achieved. So, what do you think? Could the Dendera Light be evidence of lost ancient technology, or is it a testament to the symbolic genius of the ancient world? As we continue to uncover the secrets of the past, mysteries like this one remind us that history is far more complex and fascinating than we often assume. Imagine stumbling upon an underground army not of flesh and blood, but of clay, each soldier standing in silent vigil, waiting for a command that would never come. This is exactly what happened in 1974, when farmers digging a well near Xi'an, China, unearthed one of the most extraordinary archaeological discoveries of all time, the Terracotta Army. Built over 2,000 years ago to accompany China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, into the afterlife, this vast collection of life-sized clay soldiers, horses, and chariots is a testament to the ingenuity and ambition of ancient China. But what makes the Terracotta Army truly remarkable isn't just its scale, it's the sheer individuality of each figure. Every soldier has a unique face, hairstyle, and even expression, as if the artisans were capturing humanity itself in clay. So, how did they do it? The creation of the Terracotta Army was a feat of both artistry and logistics. Ancient Chinese craftsmen used a combination of molds and hand sculpting techniques to produce the figures in sections: legs, torsos, arms, and heads, before assembling them piece by piece. Each head was then meticulously customized, with details like facial features and hairstyles added by hand to ensure no two soldiers were alike. The figures were also painted in vibrant colors, though much of the original pigment has faded over the centuries. But here's the kicker: this wasn't just a project for a few skilled artisans. Historians estimate that over 700,000 laborers worked on the site, from potters to sculptors to engineers, all orchestrated under the emperor's command. It was a massive undertaking, requiring not just artistic skill, but also incredible organization and resources. The Terracotta Army isn't just a collection of statues. It's a window into the beliefs and priorities of ancient China. Qin Shi Huang was obsessed with immortality, and this army was meant to protect him in the afterlife, reflecting the importance of the emperor's legacy even in death. But it also reveals something deeper: the value placed on craftsmanship, individuality, and the human spirit. Each soldier, though part of a vast army, stands as a unique creation, a reminder of the people who shaped history with their hands and their vision. So, the next time you think about ancient achievements, remember the Terracotta Army, not just as a marvel of art and engineering, but as a tribute to the countless unnamed artisans who brought it to life. Now, let's journey to one of the most enigmatic and visually striking wonders of the ancient world, the towering Moai Statues of Easter Island. These colossal stone figures, some weighing as much as 80 tons, have stood watch over the island for centuries, their solemn faces gazing out toward the horizon. But how did the Rapa Nui people, with no access to modern tools or machinery, manage to carve, transport, and erect these giants of stone? The answer lies in a combination of ingenuity, teamwork, and an unyielding determination to leave a lasting legacy. The Moai were carved directly from the volcanic rock of the island's Rano Raraku quarry, a place that still bears the marks of their creation. Using simple stone tools, the Rapa Nui sculptors shaped these massive figures with astonishing precision, each statue bearing unique features that may have represented specific ancestors or leaders. But the real mystery begins when we consider how these statues were moved across the island. Some theories suggest they were transported upright, rocked back and forth in a walking motion, while others propose they were laid flat and rolled on wooden logs. Recent experiments have shown that both methods could have been possible, showcasing the Rapa Nui's deep understanding of physics and engineering. What's truly remarkable is the sheer scale of their ambition. These statues weren't just monuments, they were symbols of power, spirituality, and connection to the land. The Rapa Nui people poured their resources, time, and energy into creating these icons, even as their environment faced increasing strain. The Moai stand as a testament to human creativity and resilience, reminding us of what can be achieved when a community comes together with a shared purpose. Yet, their story also carries a cautionary note. The construction of the Moai required vast amounts of timber and resources, contributing to the island's deforestation and ecological decline. In many ways, the statues are a reflection of both the brilliance and the challenges of their creators, a reminder that even the greatest achievements come with consequences. Today, the Moai continue to captivate us, not just as remnants of an ancient civilization, but as symbols of the human spirit's ability to dream big and overcome obstacles. They challenge us to consider how we, too, can leave our mark on the world while also learning from the lessons of the past. Picture this: two horses racing across a battlefield, pulling a sleek, lightweight chariot manned by a driver and an archer. This wasn't just any chariot. It was the Hittite war machine, a game-changing innovation that redefined ancient warfare. Originating in Anatolia around 1600 BC, the Hittites crafted chariots that were faster, more agile, and deadlier than anything their rivals could muster. But what made their design so revolutionary? It all came down to three key elements: weight, speed, and precision. Unlike the heavier, bulkier chariots used by other civilizations, the Hittite chariot was designed with mobility in mind. Its lightweight wooden frame, often reinforced with leather or bronze, allowed it to move swiftly across rough terrain without losing stability. This meant Hittite forces could outmaneuver their enemies, striking quickly and retreating before opponents could mount a defense. The chariots were also equipped with spoked wheels, a significant upgrade from the solid wheels used elsewhere. These spokes reduced weight even further and absorbed shocks, making the ride smoother and faster. But speed alone wasn't enough. The Hittites understood that precision was just as important. Each chariot carried a two-person team, a driver to navigate the battlefield and an archer armed with a composite bow. This combination allowed for devastating hit-and-run tactics. The archer could rain down arrows while the chariot was in motion, creating chaos among enemy ranks. It was a deadly synergy of engineering and strategy, one that gave the Hittites a clear advantage in battle. The impact of the Hittite chariot extended far beyond their own empire. As their military campaigns expanded, so did the influence of their chariot design. Neighboring civilizations from Egypt to Mesopotamia began adopting similar models, leading to a ripple effect that transformed warfare across the ancient world. Even the legendary Egyptian pharaohs, known for their own military prowess, recognized the superiority of the Hittite design and incorporated it into their armies. What's truly remarkable is how this innovation reflects the Hittites' deep understanding of both engineering and tactics. They didn't just build a faster chariot, they reimagined how warfare could be fought. By combining speed, precision, and strategic thinking, they created a weapon that shaped the course of history, influencing battles for centuries to come. The Hittite chariot wasn't just a tool of war. It was a testament to the ingenuity of ancient engineers and their ability to turn ideas into battlefield dominance. The Olmec colossal heads stand as one of the most striking and enigmatic legacies of the ancient world. Towering over the landscape, these massive stone sculptures, some weighing up to 50 tons, depict the faces of Olmec rulers with an astonishing level of detail. Carved from solid basalt boulders, each head is a masterpiece of ancient artistry, showcasing intricate features like expressive eyes, broad noses, and distinctive headdresses. But what truly baffles historians and archaeologists is how the Olmecs managed to transport and carve these enormous stones with such precision, especially given the limited tools and technology of their time. The basalt used to create these colossal heads was sourced from quarries located dozens of miles away from where the sculptures were ultimately placed. Imagine the challenge of moving a 50-ton boulder through dense jungle terrain without the aid of wheels or pack animals. scholars believe the Olmecs may have used a combination of log rollers, rafts, and sheer human labor to transport these stones, a feat that speaks volumes about their ingenuity and determination. Once the boulders reached their destination, skilled artisans would have meticulously carved the stone using tools made from harder materials like jade or obsidian, creating lifelike representations of their leaders that still captivate us today. But why did the Olmecs go to such extraordinary lengths to create these colossal heads? Many experts believe they served as symbols of power and authority, immortalizing the rulers who shaped their society. Each head is unique, suggesting they were modeled after real individuals, possibly kings or high-ranking figures. The sheer size of these sculptures would have been awe-inspiring, reinforcing the ruler's dominance and the civilization's cultural sophistication. The Olmec colossal heads are more than just stone monuments. They are windows into a civilization that laid the groundwork for later Mesoamerican cultures like the Maya and Aztecs. Through these towering faces, we catch a glimpse of the Olmecs' artistic brilliance, their political structure, and their ability to achieve the seemingly impossible. They remind us that even in the absence of modern technology, ancient societies were capable of extraordinary feats of engineering and creativity. And as we continue to study these remarkable artifacts, they challenge us to rethink what we know about the capabilities of our ancestors. Moving from the ingenuity of ancient tools, let's shift our focus to a feat of engineering that reshaped an entire empire, the Inca Road System. Picture this, a sprawling network of paths and bridges stretching over 25,000 miles, weaving through some of the most treacherous landscapes on Earth. The Andes Mountains, with their jagged peaks and deep valleys, might seem like an impossible place to build anything, let alone a road system. Yet, the Inca not only did it, they did it without wheels, iron tools, or even a written language to guide their plans. What makes this feat even more astonishing is how these roads were constructed. Workers carved steps into steep mountainsides, built suspension bridges from woven grass to cross roaring rivers, and created drainage systems to prevent erosion. Every stone was placed with precision, every path designed to endure. This wasn't just about connecting cities, it was about unifying an empire that stretched from modern-day Colombia to Chile. Messengers, called chasquis, could relay information across the empire in days, thanks to this intricate network. But the Inca roads were more than just functional. They were a symbol of power and innovation. They connected not only people, but also ideas, resources, and cultures. Think about it. In a world without modern technology, the Inca managed to create a system that rivaled the efficiency of today's highways. And here's the kicker. They did it all while working in harmony with the environment, rather than reshaping it to fit their needs. So, what can modern infrastructure take away from this ancient marvel? For starters, the Inca remind us of the value of adaptability. Their roads weren't rigid, they were designed to work with the land, not against it. They also highlight the importance of connectivity, not just in terms of physical roads, but in fostering communication and unity. In an era where we're constantly looking for the next big technological leap, perhaps the Inca Road System offers a timeless lesson. Sometimes, the most groundbreaking innovations come from working smarter, not harder. As we marvel at these ancient pathways, it's impossible not to wonder what other secrets of the past could inspire the future of our own world. The Mayans weren't just keeping track of days, they were mapping the very fabric of time itself. Their calendar system wasn't just a tool for agriculture or rituals, it was a profound reflection of their world view, one that intertwined the earthly and the celestial in ways that still astonish us today. At the heart of their system was the long count calendar, a masterpiece of precision that didn't just measure years or decades but stretched across millennia. Unlike our modern Gregorian calendar, which resets every year, the long count was designed to track vast expanses of time, allowing the Mayans to predict astronomical events with stunning accuracy. What's truly remarkable is how they achieved this. Without telescopes or advanced technology, the Mayans relied on meticulous observation and mathematical calculations. They tracked the movements of the sun, moon, and planets, using these cycles to create a calendar that was more than just functional. It was a cosmic map. Their understanding of celestial patterns was so refined that they could predict solar eclipses and the cycles of Venus, events that wouldn't occur again for hundreds or even thousands of years. But the Mayan calendar wasn't just about numbers and cycles. It was deeply tied to their spirituality and culture. Each day, month, and year carried its own meaning, influencing everything from agriculture to religious ceremonies. The long count calendar, in particular, was seen as a way to connect with the rhythms of the universe, a reminder that time itself was a sacred force. So, what can we learn from the Mayan calendar today? Beyond its technical brilliance, it offers a profound lesson about humanity's relationship with time. In a world where we often feel rushed or disconnected, the Mayans remind us to see time not as something to be conquered, but as a cycle to be respected and understood. Their calendar wasn't just a tool, it was a testament to their harmony with the cosmos, a legacy that continues to inspire awe and wonder. Moving from the intricate craftsmanship of ancient tools, we now turn our attention to a mystery that seems to defy both time and logic: the stone spheres of Costa Rica. Scattered across the lush landscapes of the Diquis Delta, these nearly perfect stone orbs range in size from a few inches to over 6 feet in diameter, with some weighing as much as 16 tons. Crafted by the Diquis culture between 300 and 1500 years ago, their precision is astonishing, so flawless, in fact, that modern engineers marvel at how such spherical perfection was achieved without advanced tools or technology. But what were these spheres for? Theories abound, each more intriguing than the last. Some researchers suggest they served as astronomical markers, aligned to track celestial events like solstices or equinoxes. Others propose they were symbols of power, created to mark the territory or status of powerful leaders. There's even speculation that they held spiritual or ceremonial significance, possibly representing celestial bodies or acting as conduits between the earthly and divine realms. Yet, despite decades of study, their true purpose remains shrouded in mystery, leaving us to wonder what the Diquis people intended to communicate through these enigmatic creations. What's equally baffling is how they were made. The Diquis had no access to metal tools, yet they managed to carve and shape massive boulders of granodiorite, a hard volcanic rock, into near-perfect spheres. Archaeologists believe they used a combination of heat, water, and stone tools to gradually shape the rock, but the sheer consistency of their work raises questions about the techniques and knowledge they possessed. Were they guided by some lost understanding of geometry, or did they rely on trial and error over generations? The answers, like the spheres themselves, remain tantalizingly out of reach. One of the most fascinating aspects of these spheres is their distribution. They're often found in clusters, arranged in patterns that suggest deliberate placement. Some groupings appear to form straight lines or geometric shapes, hinting at a possible navigational or ritualistic purpose. Yet, many spheres were moved from their original locations during the 20th century, often to decorate public spaces or private gardens, which has complicated efforts to study their original arrangements. This displacement adds another layer of mystery, as we can only guess how these formations might have once functioned within the Diquis world. The stone spheres of Costa Rica are more than just ancient artifacts. They're a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring allure of the unknown. They challenge us to rethink what we know about ancient societies and their capabilities. Were they tools, symbols, or something entirely beyond our understanding? Each sphere, with its silent, polished surface, seems to hold a story waiting to be uncovered, inviting us to unravel the secrets of a culture that left behind no written records, but whose legacy continues to captivate and mystify us. Picture this. More than 2,000 years ago, in the bustling intellectual hub of Alexandria, a brilliant mind named Hero created something that would foreshadow one of humanity's greatest technological leaps, a working steam engine. Known as the Aeolipile, this ingenious device wasn't just a curiosity, it was a glimpse into what could have been. Hero's invention consisted of a hollow sphere mounted on a pair of tubes, which would spin rapidly when heated by a fire below. Steam would escape through small nozzles, creating thrust and causing the sphere to rotate. It was a marvel of engineering, a testament to the ancient world's capacity for innovation. Yet, despite its potential, the Aeolipile was never used for anything more than a fascinating demonstration. It sat for centuries as a tantalizing what-if in the annals of history. What's truly remarkable about Hero's invention is how it reveals an early grasp of principles that would later power the Industrial Revolution. The Aeolipile wasn't just a toy, it was proof that the ancient Greeks understood the power of steam and its ability to generate motion. But here's the question that lingers: why didn't this technology take off? Why didn't the ancient world harness steam power to transform their societies? Some historians suggest it was a lack of need. Slave labor was abundant, and the economic incentives to innovate were minimal. Others point to the limitations of materials and manufacturing techniques at the time. Whatever the reason, the Aeolipile remains a poignant reminder of how history often hinges on the smallest details, the roads not taken. Imagine, for a moment, a world where Hero's invention sparked a technological revolution centuries earlier. What would that have meant for ancient societies? Would empires have risen and fallen faster, powered by steam-driven ships and machinery? It's a tantalizing thought, one that highlights the unpredictable nature of progress. The Aeolipile wasn't just a forgotten invention, it was a seed of possibility, a spark that could have ignited an entirely different course for humanity. And while we'll never know what might have been, Hero's work continues to inspire us to ask the big questions. What other groundbreaking ideas have been lost to time, and how might they have shaped our world? Imagine a world without modern technology, where predicting natural disasters seemed like an impossible feat. Yet, over 2,000 years ago, a brilliant Chinese inventor named Zhang Heng created a device that could detect earthquakes hundreds of miles away. This remarkable invention, known as the Chinese seismograph, was not only a scientific breakthrough, but also a testament to the ingenuity of ancient engineering. The seismograph was an intricate device, standing over 6 feet tall and crafted from bronze. At its core was a pendulum-like mechanism, carefully balanced to react to the slightest tremors. Surrounding the pendulum were 8 bronze dragons, each facing a different direction. In the mouth of each dragon was a small bronze ball, ready to be released into the waiting mouth of a corresponding bronze toad below. When an earthquake occurred, the pendulum would swing in the direction of the tremor, triggering one of the dragons to release its ball. The sound of the ball landing in the toad's mouth would alert observers to both the occurrence and the direction of the quake. What's truly astonishing is how accurate this device was. Historical records suggest it could detect earthquakes as far as 400 miles away, a feat that remains impressive even by today's standards. But why was such a groundbreaking invention forgotten? Over time, the knowledge of how to recreate and maintain the seismograph was lost, possibly due to the lack of written documentation or the decline of the Han Dynasty's scientific pursuits. Additionally, later generations may have struggled to understand its mechanics, leading to its eventual disappearance from history. The Chinese seismograph stands as a shining example of how ancient societies were far more advanced than we often give them credit for. It wasn't just a tool for survival, it was a symbol of humanity's enduring quest to understand and predict the forces of nature. Zhang Heng's invention reminds us that innovation isn't confined to the modern era. It has always been a part of our shared history, waiting to be rediscovered. Moving from the towering achievements of ancient architecture, let's shift our focus to something equally remarkable but far more enduring: the rust-resistant iron pillars of ancient India. While the iron pillar of Delhi often steals the spotlight, it's just one example of a broader tradition of metallurgical mastery that left behind structures still standing today, defying the passage of time. These pillars, scattered across the Indian subcontinent, are more than just historical artifacts. They're silent witnesses to a level of craftsmanship and scientific understanding that baffles modern experts. What makes these iron pillars so extraordinary isn't just their age, some dating back over 1,600 years, but their near-miraculous resistance to rust. In a world where iron typically succumbs to corrosion within decades, these structures remain remarkably intact, their surfaces smooth and unblemished. How did ancient Indian metalworkers achieve this? Theories abound, from the precise composition of the iron alloy to the unique forging techniques employed. Some researchers suggest that a thin layer of protective oxides forms naturally on the surface, acting as a shield against decay. Others point to the possibility of advanced knowledge about phosphorus content, which could have been intentionally added to enhance durability. But here's the real mystery. Despite our modern understanding of metallurgy, we still haven't fully replicated their methods. Ancient Indian smiths didn't just create iron, they mastered it, blending art and science in ways that modern technology struggles to match. These pillars aren't just relics of the past, they're challenges to our present, reminders that even with all our advancements, there are secrets from antiquity we've yet to crack. Beyond their technical brilliance, these iron pillars also carry profound cultural significance. They were often erected as symbols of power, devotion, and innovation, standing as testaments to the ingenuity of their creators. Each pillar tells a story, not just of metalworking, but of a society that valued knowledge, precision, and the pursuit of perfection. As we marvel at their resilience, we're left to wonder what other forgotten techniques and insights might still be waiting to be uncovered, hidden in the shadows of history. Now, let's turn our attention to a marvel of ancient engineering that still inspires awe today: the Persian Kanat system. Imagine a sprawling desert landscape where water is scarce and survival depends on ingenuity. The ancient Persians faced this challenge head-on, creating an underground network of tunnels and wells known as kanats. These weren't just simple ditches, they were meticulously designed channels that tapped into groundwater sources, often miles away, and delivered it to farms, villages, and cities with remarkable precision. What makes the Kanat system so extraordinary is its sustainability. Unlike modern methods that rely heavily on pumps and energy-intensive infrastructure, Kanats worked entirely through gravity. Water flowed naturally from higher elevations to lower ones, ensuring a steady supply without the need for external power. This system wasn't just functional, it was elegant in its simplicity, a testament to human creativity in harmony with nature. But the brilliance of the Kanat system goes beyond its mechanics. It fostered thriving communities in some of the harshest environments on Earth. By providing a reliable water source, Kanats enabled agriculture to flourish in arid regions, supporting crops that fed entire populations. Cities like Yazd in Iran owe their existence to this ancient technology, which sustained urban life for centuries. What's truly remarkable is how relevant the Kanat system remains today. In an era where water scarcity is a growing global concern, this ancient innovation offers valuable lessons. modern societies could look to the Kanat system as a model for sustainable water management. Instead of relying solely on energy-intensive solutions, we might explore ways to work with the natural landscape, using gravity and careful planning to conserve and distribute water efficiently. The Persians didn't just build a system, they built a legacy. The Kanat system reminds us that sustainability isn't a modern concept. It's a timeless principle that ancient societies mastered long ago. By studying their resourcefulness, we can find inspiration for solving some of the most pressing challenges of our time. Moving from the intricate to the monumental, let's turn our attention to the awe-inspiring ancient Egyptian obelisks. These towering stone structures, some reaching heights of over 100 feet, were carved from a single block of granite, a feat that still baffles modern engineers. But it wasn't just the carving that showcased their ingenuity. It was the sheer logistics of transporting these colossal stones across vast distances and erecting them with precision. Picture this, a massive block of granite weighing hundreds of tons being quarried, shaped, and then moved miles across the desert, all without the use of modern machinery. How did they do it? The answer lies in a combination of meticulous planning, advanced engineering techniques, and an army of skilled workers. The process began in quarries like the one at Aswan, where workers carefully extracted the granite blocks. Using copper chisels, wooden wedges, and an abundance of patience, they shaped the stone into the iconic tapered form of the obelisk. But the real challenge came next, moving these massive structures. The Egyptians likely used a combination of sledges, rollers, and ramps to transport the obelisks to their final destinations. Once there, they employed an ingenious method to raise them upright. By building a carefully angled ramp and using ropes and counterweights, they could slowly tilt the obelisk into position, a process that required incredible coordination and precision. What makes these obelisks even more remarkable is their symbolic significance. They weren't just grand architectural achievements, they were deeply tied to the Egyptian spiritual beliefs, often serving as monuments to the sun god Ra and representing the connection between the earth and the heavens. Today, these ancient marvels still stand, some in Egypt, others in cities like Rome and Paris, as enduring testaments to a civilization that mastered the art of turning stone into legacy. The obelisks remind us that even in the ancient world, human ambition and ingenuity knew no bounds. Ancient Greek theaters stand as a testament to the ingenuity of their creators, blending artistic expression with groundbreaking engineering. These open-air arenas, carved into hillsides, were not just venues for storytelling, they were acoustical masterpieces. The design ensured that even the faintest whisper from the stage could reach the farthest spectator, an achievement that still baffles modern engineers. But how did they pull this off without the technology we have today? The secret lies in their meticulous attention to shape, materials, and placement. The semicircular design of theaters like the famous Epidaurus wasn't just for aesthetics. It was a deliberate choice to amplify sound. The curved rows of stone seats acted like a natural soundboard, reflecting voices and music toward the audience. Even the slope of the seating played a role, ensuring sound waves traveled upward without interference. And let's not forget the stage itself, often made of polished stone or wood, which helped project sound further. It's a perfect example of how the Greeks understood the physics of sound long before the science was formally defined. What's truly fascinating is how these ancient principles still resonate today. Modern architects and acoustic engineers often look to Greek theaters for inspiration, studying their designs to improve concert halls, auditoriums, and even outdoor venues. The Greeks didn't just create spaces for entertainment. They crafted experiences that connected performers and audiences in ways that feel almost magical. It's a reminder that sometimes the most advanced solutions come from looking back at what our ancestors achieved with nothing but creativity and observation. From the intricate gears of the Antikythera Mechanism to the precise calculations of the Mayan calendar, the 25 forgotten inventions we've explored today showcase the boundless ingenuity of ancient societies. These marvels remind us that human creativity has always been a force to be reckoned with, capable of producing wonders that still baffle and inspire us today. They challenge the notion that technological advancement is a modern phenomenon, proving that our ancestors were far more sophisticated than we often give them credit for. But these inventions are more than just relics of the past. They're windows into the minds of people who dared to dream beyond their time. They push us to question what we think we know about history and to consider the untapped potential that lies within all of us. What other groundbreaking ideas and innovations might still be waiting to be uncovered, hidden beneath layers of dust and time? The sands of history hold countless secrets, and each discovery has the power to reshape our understanding of the human story. As we reflect on these ancient achievements, let's also think about the lessons they offer for the future. The ingenuity of the past reminds us that progress isn't linear. It's a tapestry woven from countless threads of trial, error, and brilliance. By studying these forgotten inventions, we can draw inspiration for solving the challenges of today and tomorrow. If you've enjoyed this journey through the fascinating world of ancient innovation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of history. And now, we'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite forgotten invention from the ancient world? Let us know in the comments below. Together, let's keep exploring the wonders of the past and uncovering the stories that connect us all.